And hello everyone and welcome to North Stars Noise. I'm your host Rob Leonard. Each week we are going to be here to bring you all up to date on the news and highlights, all the scoring from your OLA Senior B Lacrosse Owen Sound North Stars. All right, the North Stars have already got 5 games played so far in this season. And the first 3 games of this season came against the Wallaceburg Thrashers. And as you can see by the scores, the only ones doing the thrashing were the Owen Sound North Stars. Game 1 played in Wallaceburg. Owen Sound comes away with a 7-5 victory. Tyler Gibbons, Travis Sabolics, both with a pair of goals in that game. Ryan Oldreeve faced 38 shots to preserve the win for Owen Sound. Game 2 in Owen Sound. Owen Sound comes away with an 8-6 victory over Wallaceburg. Mike McLeod, Brett Klupfer, Rob Millens with 2 goals each. Ryan Oldreeve, big in net again with 40 saves. Now, Game 3 in Wallaceburg. Now, the old saying is familiarity breeds contempt, and that certainly was the case in this game. A combined 102 minutes in penalties in this game. Like I said, you've played each other 3 times, and stuff happens in those first 2 games, and things boiled over a little bit, and it showed in those 102 minutes in penalties. Scoring for Owen Sound in that game, Rob Klupfer with 2 goals, Rob Milnes with a pair of goals, Ryan Oldreeve, big in net again, 28 shots. Now, those 3 games out of the way, Owen Sound this past weekend were on a 2-game road trip. The first stop Saturday night in Brooklyn against the mighty Brooklyn Merchants. As you can see, Brooklyn comes out on the winning side with a 16-10 victory over Owen Sound. Brett Klupfer with a hat trick. Rob Milnes and Matt Hummel each scored 2 in that game for Owen Sound. Now, less than 24 hours later, they were in Oakville to play the Titans. As you can see, Owen Sound wins by a score of 9-6, getting themselves back in the win column. Rob Milnes would have 2 in that game for Owen Sound. Now, importantly in this game, 5 goals in the first period were scored by 5 different players on this Owen Sound North Stars squad. Over the game, the 9 goals, 7 different players would score goals for Owen Sound. And what does that tell you? Balance. There's balanced scoring through this lineup early in the first 5 games of the season. You see a lot of teams where they've got 2 or 3 guys doing all of their scoring, and this is a really good sign for this North Stars team early on when you have that many different players scoring goals. Now, if you take a look at the goal scoring leaders, if we can. Take a look at the goal score. Now individually on the North Stars, Rob Milnes leads the way, 8 goals, 5 assists, 13 points. Mike McLeod, player coach, 2 goals, 9 assists for 11 points. But then you see you've got Brett Klupfer there with 8 goals. You've got Tyler Gibbons, Matt Hamill, 3 and 4 goals each. Travis Zabolics, who, he's a natural goal scorer, and he's going to start burying them. He's got 3. So as you can see, some good balanced scoring going through there. And as you saw at the bottom, there are 4 players tied with 2 goals apiece. And looking at the stats, there are 6 players on the Owen Sound North Stars that are ranked in the top 20 scorers in the league. And with Robbie Millens and Mike McLeod, as you can see, Robbie Millens sitting in 9th spot, Mike McLeod sitting in 10th spot, and William Trudeau, who Owen Sound saw 3 times, leading the way with 18 points. But again, having 2 players in the top 10 at this point bodes well for these North Stars. And looking at the goalkeeping situation for Owen Sound, Ryan Oldreeve has played amazing in these first 5 games. He's got 4 wins and a loss. He ranks 6th amongst the goalkeepers in the league. And I believe his goals against average is just somewhere around 8 or just a little above 8. And hats off to Ryan for a great early start to his season. All right, now, normally we would have highlights, but there wasn't any games played at home this week. We would show highlights at this point, but since there aren't any, we'll have to move forward now. And what I'm going to do each week is I'm going to pick my 3 stars of the week, who I believe were the stars of the week for the North Stars. So let's take a look at my picks for the 3 stars. Take a look. We'll start at star number 3, Brett Klopfer. Brett has 8 goals, 1 assist for Owen Sound so far on the season. I believe Ryan Oldreive is playing goal for Owen Sound in the first 5 games. As I mentioned his stats just a moment ago, you go as your goalie goes. You got a great guy back there in goal. It changes the way you play offensively, defensively. Very important. A goalkeeper has to keep you in position to win games. Ryan has definitely done that in the first 5 games of the season. And Robbie Milnes, with his 8 goals, 5 assists, 13 points in 5 games so far this season, is my number 1 star for the week. All right, so that's going to about do it for our first episode. Actually, let's take a look at the upcoming games first. We'll do that. Thank you. Upcoming games for Owen Sound. Now, Owen Sound gets a bit of a break. They got a bye week coming up this week. Then at home Saturday and Sunday here against Ennismore. You'll be able to see both of those games on Rogers Channel 53 Saturday starting at 7 p.m. Sunday against Ennismore. Again, that's a 2 o'clock matinee. Then on Friday, June the 3rd, home to the very tough Six Nations squad, always tough Six Nations. That's an 8 o'clock start. Then they get a chance on June the 5th at home to Brooklyn. Just remember, that's my wife's birthday. 4 p.m. start. And then again, they have Six Nations again, in Six Nations this time at 8 o'clock. And as you look further down the list, Brooklyn, they play Wallaceburg one more time. I'm sure Wallaceburg not looking forward to that. Brooklyn again, Oakville again, and one more time against Ennismore on Saturday, July the 9th to end the season. So that's it for my very first episode of North Stars Noise. And join us again in 2 weeks' time, and for more exciting highlights and video and all the great stuff you need to know about this North Stars team. I think North Stars Noise is fitting because they certainly are doing just that. They're making a ton of noise right now at the beginning of this OLA Senior B lacrosse season. We'll see you next time.